Hey everyone, it's Troy Jackson with the weekly update. I wanted to first start off with a happy belated Labor Day. For me, this has really been what it's always been about. Starting as a young boy with my father in the woods. Labor issues were front and center for me. I think now during the times we are with COVID-19, it's even more important. We have people that are first responders, people that are essential, grocery store clerks. They're literally going in, seeing people on a daily basis, not knowing if they're going to catch the virus, not knowing if they're going to get sick, and it's a big deal. And I want to make sure everyone knows, from me, happy Labor Day, a couple days late. So this week, the Finance Commissioner Kirsten Figueroa gave a bunch of recommendations from the different agencies on the governor's curtailment. Because of COVID-19, our finances are not what the Revenue Forecasting Committee had predicted. Overall, because we were in such a good financial position, had like $260 million in the rainy day fund, had over $100 million left in the general fund. We're in a pretty good spot, all things being said. But one of the things that I heard consistently, myself and Senator Carpenter, being from Mercer County, the trail fund, should be off limits. And we know what a big deal snowmobiling is in Maine, especially in Mercer County, like a $600 million industry for Maine. And the reality is that they don't get enough money to groom the trails. This past session we tried to increase funding for that, and I'm still hoping to do that. We pushed very hard with the governor's office and everything to make sure that this was at least the concern that they understood. And so when those recommendations came in this week, the trail fund was not touched. It has no cut to it, which is great. This week we had a great story about Tiny Homes of Maine, which through this COVID-19 pandemic, they've actually doubled their business in Mercer County. And Senator Mike Carpenter, really went above and beyond to make sure that they could keep their business going when they got caught up in a bunch of red tape.
Tiny Homes of Maine founder Corinne Watson says sales have gone from 3 to 6 orders a month.
We are delivering throughout New England, and we have had requests as far as California.
Watson's success hasn't come without challenges. Last year, business stopped production altogether when the state stopped issuing titles for tiny homes.
They didn't fit the RV definition. They didn't fit a mobile home definition. They were somewhere in between. So we had to modify the law to accommodate them because they're, quite frankly, a new phenomenon.
So we ended this week with the anniversary, the 19th anniversary of 9/11, the terrorist attacks in New York City when they attacked the World Trade Center. Seems like a long time ago, but I actually remember very well, which I'm sure everyone does, where they were when they first heard of it. I was actually working in the woods for Carl Kelly in a place called Blackstone outside of Caribou. Whenever he called me on the radio and said that he'd heard a plane that hit one of the towers, and then an hour later we heard another one. We all came together during that time of tremendous sadness and sorrow. The pictures of police officers, firefighters, emergency medical people running towards the buildings when everyone else was running away. And it's really an unbelievable thing for first responders, what they do for us in times of crisis. We talk about it now with the pandemic, clearly not a burning building, but still a real crisis that these people are running towards when everyone else is trying to get away from. With 9/11, the remembrance, I certainly want to thank all the people, the families that lost people during that time, but certainly the people today that do all these great things for the rest of us. Unbelievable. Can't tell you how much I appreciate it, and you have my heart.